something like that, of September. And I thought I'd just record some of the things that I've told myself over the years and the things I used to tell my therapy patients as to how to figure out what to do next. You've all heard me say over and over again, make love, not war. That's a thing that I feel strongly about. There's always the Vermont wisdom of compared to what. I'll tell that joke now, but it does strike me as being very useful in organizing priorities and thinking about the world in general, and most of the time people don't really think about it. And the joke is that Joe Tuttle comes down to town, the general store, and it's after the winter, and people have been pretty much holed up on their farms during the winter, and now spring is coming, and he's coming down. And the general storekeeper says to Joe, he says, well, Joe, he says, how's your wife? And Joe says, compared to what? Which brings me to don't push the river. I see life as essentially you're in a current of some sort, like a river, and if you go racing down the middle, you'll have lots of speed and not a whole lot of control, and if you put your paddle in and don't attempt to fight the river, but just to steer yourself a little to one shore or the other, or to an eddy or to a quieter space or around a hammock of water, whatever they call those things, that gives you some maneuverability, and eventually, who knows, you might get into another stream altogether if you wanted to. So don't push the river and steer a little bit. Well, I guess I should talk a little about the silent twin. I believe that all of us have a silent twin that is the intuitive and really understands, has perspective on our lives, is able to look down on the rat race and the maze that we run around in and the walls that we put ourselves behind, and is able to see what's happening and have an overview. Nurse just came in, thought I'd lost it, sitting here talking to myself. I see that silent twin as having this aerial perspective and knowing what's best for us, and that's a part of us, and we really just need to consult it and let it guide us, because it really knows what's best for us. And I guess when people do the I Ching, or when you do those things where you hold a pendulum and get answers yes and no, that's a way of consulting the silent twin. Perhaps under hypnotism or a relaxation and meditation. I think that puts you in touch with your silent twin. Anything that quiets the noise and the chatter of the monkey part of us that can't sit still and can't do anything without messing with it. That silent twin is a useful ally. There are exercises in therapy where you consult the silent twin. You pose a question and wait for the answer. Excuse me, I got hiccups. The negative. You gotta accentuate the positive. Eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. And then I think get you into trouble. And when you're in the woods and there is a path and you're going along, if you go along slowly and you feel the path with your feet and hold your hands out in front a bit so that you don't run into too many bushes. And if you start getting into bushes and underbrush and stuff and you're off the path, I think the best thing to do is to back up, probably walking backwards better than turning around, and just go back until you're on the path again, until you feel the smoothness of the path. Illustrate my last remark. Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do? Just when everything looked so dark, man, they said you gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with mystery in between. Probably Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters has that. And in my CD collection, there is some